Hey, Louie and Paula here with more history and geology of northwestern Arizona. Louie occasionally gets a request to evaluate a prospect for its gold potential. So today we're headed to the Oatman area to check out if an old producing mine still has economic potential in these times of high gold prices. We headed west from Kingman on Route 66. That famous route used by many who left the Oklahoma-Texas Dust Bowl of the 1930s and 40s to reach jobs in California. Route 66 is scenic through Golden Valley, but care should be taken on the narrow, windy part up to Sitgreaves Pass. In our search and rescue days, we had several rescues and recoveries of people that had gone off the road at a curve and crashed in the canyon below. One was a motorcycle couple from another country who were badly injured. We even had to rescue the motorcycle. Louis used his special knots to attach the motorcycle to the haul ropes to make sure the bike wasn't damaged further. Sitgreaves Pass is one of the two passes that cross the Black Mountains, the other being Union Pass. From Sitgreaves Pass, the road winds down into the canyons of the Black Mountains. The mountains are of volcanic origin, with the source of the volcanism being the Silver Creek caldera. A short way down the mountain is a road cut that exposes a stope, an open space in a vein where the ore was taken out from the underground working of the mine. This is a great place to see what a prospector should be looking for to find new veins. The stope exposes the gold road vein, showing what the classic banding and textures of a low sulfidation epithermal vein look like. These are fancy words. Low sulfidation, meaning having only small amounts of sulfide minerals like pyrite, and epithermal, meaning formed from low temperature fluids in a near surface environment. Continuing down the mountain, we came to the surface facilities of the Gold Road mine. The Oatman area produced over 2 million ounces of gold. The light tan-colored dumps on the left of the highway are mill tailings from the United Eastern Mill. Although Oatman is a tourist attraction today, it's an authentic western town, all gussied up for the tourists. In its mining heyday, it was producing gold from several underground mines and supported a bustling community. Early morning is the best time to drive through Oatman. The tourists haven't yet arrived, and the Burros aren't stopping traffic begging for food. We've got work to do, so we're hustling by the Oatman Hotel where Clark Gable and Carol Lombard spent their honeymoon night in 1939, and the t-shirt and souvenir shops, along with the bars and eating establishments, haven't yet opened. The terrain is rugged, and there wasn't much room for a town, so Oatman was built on the only flat ground available, on top of some of the main veins, like the Tom Reed and the United Eastern. Many of the buildings are original from its mining era. Most of the major mines in this area were discovered and put into production by 1917. On the south side of the town are the mill tailings from the Tom Reed Mill, light tan-colored dumps on the left side of the highway. Today there are two mines in operation, the Moss Mine, an open pit, and the Gold Road Mine, an underground operation. There is also an advanced project of Philadelphia that will probably open in the near future. Because of the many old mines in the area, there are numerous patented mining claims. Patented claims are private land, so we had to find our way around land that was posted "No trespassing" to reach our objective. We headed up a wash and came to a Mojave County weather station, a pipe that measures runoff. This alerts the county to possible flash flooding near Bullhead City. The jagged peaks around us seem to take on human forms, like the head looking up at the sky. Looks to us like a sleeping warrior. We drove up the wash with a view of Elephant's Tooth in the distance. That's a distinctive spire of white-colored rhyolite that looks down on the town of Oatman. We think it should have been named Elephant's Tusk, but that's just us. Property we were there to evaluate has 3 shafts with large dump piles at each shaft. There was an old tank that had seen better days, probably a water tank. Crossing the road was a homemade pipe made of sheets of metal riveted together to form a pipe. We were looking for an ore stockpile to sample. The country rock has a dull greenish look, while the ore would look reddish with quartz veins, like what we saw at the stope in the road cut driving into Oatman. Looks like crustiform texture to us. Because the terrain is steep, the dumps are the only flat areas and were used for working around the shafts. Near one of the shafts was the foundation that held the hoist motor. The cement foundation had pipes with seating bolts. When the foundation was poured, they placed pipes in the approximate location where the bolts were needed. This allowed them room to move the bolts as needed to fit the equipment before filling the pipes with cement and fixing the bolts in their proper place. The second shaft, with the light gray dump, is visible below the prominent butte. We're checking out the area around a shaft. The shaft is reported to be over 500 feet deep. Looks dangerous. Glad there is a fence around the opening. Nearby are foundations for some sort of structure, like an office or house. Must have been a rough place to live and work, but what a view. Some of the roads are challenging, but Louie's experienced and he didn't have any trouble tackling the bigger rocks. After giving the area a good look over, we headed back. On the way out, we found what looked to be an old pack trail. It appeared to be handmade and just wide enough for a pack train of burros. Probably went over the mountain into Oatman. One could almost imagine the mule skinner yelling for the burros to move faster. They had supplies to deliver. Back at the pavement, we were greeted by burros, aka the canaries of the desert.